when I was doing music, I came into the game. There wasn't no other. The female game wasn't really that big yet. Obviously, there was like Little Kim, Nicki, Foxy, but at that present moment, there really wasn't anyone that I could think of that was really doing their thing at that time. And I feel like I was the first stripper that decided to do music, and I really felt like that I had an advantage because of that, because of my name. But what I knew, because of my name, I might have had an advantage, but I also knew that because of where my name came from and what it was attached to, that I had to work harder than most, because I wanted people to take my music serious. I didn't want anyone to judge me or not take me serious because of my past. What I also knew is that when I came in the game, I'm like, you know what? There's nobody else really out here that I can try to look at for a blueprint besides Nicki Minaj. So I'm like, I need to do everything that I've been doing, everything that I have to do on music, on the level of Nicki Minaj. My music videos need to look like hers. The quality of my music needs to be like hers, because not that she was competition, she was definitely a blueprint, and that's how big I seen myself, because I knew that it could happen because she already did it. But that's where I fucked up at, okay? That's how I ended up spending crazy amounts of money. When you don't know, for me, music was like a way out, and I seen that it can work. So when you don't know the business and you're just throwing yourself out there, you don't know the business, the music game can definitely swallow you up. So what I was doing when I first started, I was spending $20,000 on videos, making sure like everything was top notch and quality. And if I could do it all over again, what I would do is spend $300 on a video and put 10 grand on promo, and it would work, But like I said, I didn't know the music business like that, and the people around me, we all was learning as we go, and that didn't dawn on us. So I just wanted to let you guys know that don't ever compare yourself with anyone. You got to put in that groundwork. Like, I knew I had to put in that groundwork. Just because I had a name, it wasn't going to be easy. Because I had a name, it was going to be harder. So I had to work extra hard. So I was out there handing out mixtapes. I came in the end of the era where there was mixtapes that you hand out. Everywhere I went, I was at gas stations. If we was driving to go do a show, everywhere I stopped, I was handing out mixtapes. I got on different tours. Like, I was always working, and I was working like from the ground up. It was just that I felt like my quality of everything had to be top notch, and that's where a lot of my money was spent, and it definitely put me in a hole. And if I knew better, I would do better. Okay. I was on bigger ranking tours. If it wasn't for those tours, I went through severe artist development on the bigger ranking tours. Like, I give a lot of my success and things that I did accomplish in music, I give it up to the bigger ranking tours. Like, me as an artist, molding me as an artist has a lot to do with the bigger ranking tours. I did a lot of groundwork. So I don't ever want you guys to feel like that you could skip you can't skip. There's no skipping. There's no cheating. You gotta put in that work. If you looking at Cardi B and you like, oh, I could be just like her, what y'all don't know is the history, the story, everything she went through, how long it took her to get where she was at. If we use Lola Brooks as an example, Lola says she's been rapping for 10 years. Just one record changed her life, but it's just now happening. But she was grinding. She was consistent. She never gave up. Like, you can't skip the steps, and you can't cheat the game. Like, if you feel like just because you got money or you got a name that you can do what Drake did, it's impossible. You got to go through them steps, especially in the music industry. You got to go through them steps because you got to do the networking. You got to meet the right people. Yes, it's a payola game, a lot of it, but in order, you got to get through the gates for it to even be a payola game, period. So I just wanted you guys to know that you cannot cheat. You cannot skip the steps, okay? It has to be consistency and hard work. Do not think just because you have money or a name that it's going to put you up here. Nah. You got to start over, and you got to go harder.